All right, what is up, everybody? I am here reviewing WWE Elimination Chamber 2026. Now, I did not actually watch this show because I don't need to pay for another streaming service app, and I don't know how to stream because I'm retarded. So anyway, I just watched the highlights on YouTube, and I'm here to just talk about my thoughts on it.
How long were the highlights, would you say?
The highlights?
Yeah.
I don't know, like 10, maybe 10 minutes.
How long did they feel?
I mean, they felt short. I don't know.
Felt like a fucking hour and a half.
I mean, for you, because you can't stand anything wrestling related. All right, so the first match, it was the women's Elimination Chamber match. So it was Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, Kiana James, I don't really know who that is, Rhea Ripley, and Tiffany Stratton, right?
I don't know who any of these people are except for Rhea Ripley. I know that one of them looked like that bitch, that CNN reporter that Trump says needs to smile more.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
I don't know her name. She's like that bitch with a really punchable face who the president said she just needs to smile more, and that caused like a big fake controversy. But other than that, the only one I know is Rhea Ripley, who's one of the most profoundly unattractive human beings I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, yeah, but she's probably the most popular out of the 5 of these girls.
Yeah, because the only people left who watch this shit are the fucking degenerate weirdos we've always talked about. Everyone else left.
So anyway, so she wins. So I guess she's going to fight Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. I talked about this last week on Raw. Jade Cargill was like extremely irrelevant to that whole segment.
You want to talk clit dick fencing, by the way? That's those two. Those fucking.
I won't go that far.
Why not?
I don't think they look that. I don't think they're like men. You can tell that they're women.
I'm sorry. What? Do you remember? I'm not gonna say his name. You remember that guy who was like, no, Jade Cargill's a man. I'm talking.
Oh, that guy we know in real life.
Jade Cargill is a man. I saw her. Like, okay, relax.
So anyway, she just felt last week she was on Raw and she was just like so irrelevant to that whole segment with Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer. So it's like, you know, she just like the second choice automatically. You know what I mean for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the second choice like Olympics.
Listen, I'm sure that's the case. If I was watching this shit, I would chalk this all up to diva shit and not pay this close attention. So you know better than I do.
All right, so then we had AJ Lee versus Becky.
You made me watch the build up to this horseshit.
For the women's IC title. Yeah, I made him watch a few of the segments that they were building up for this. AJ only came on once, like this whole month.
Well, you got to swing, Becky.
Yeah, swing, Becky, swing.
Swing away, Merle.
Yeah, this feud has been ass, especially considering AJ is just lazy as fuck and won't actually show up to help build it. And Becky Lynch is just her heel work is just so horrible. It's beyond comprehension.
You know, Becky Lynch is horrible, but, you know, she's pretty good.
He's evoking the ghost of Charlie. R.I.P. to Charlie. We miss you. We love you. We miss your videos. So AJ won the women's IC title. This title is completely meaningless. No one cares about this title.
No, she's the women's IC champion. You don't think that's worth fucking 25 minutes of your wrestling show?
No, nobody cares about this title. Nobody cares about secondary titles to begin with, and especially nobody cares about secondary women's titles.
No, they do though. Trust me, the doctor.
Some sloppy wrestling on display here. I mean, it's fine, is what it is, but it was pretty sloppy, noticeably.
Well, it's women's wrestling for you.
AJ's finisher wasn't even like done.
Yeah, she goes to do that stupid the octopus, and like it's not even on, and the camera like had to switch to the other side so you can't see that it's not locked in. That's fucking retarded, and I don't understand. So what's her face took the padding off the turnbuckle, and the referee's like, "Hey, you can't throw her into that," but then AJ throws her into that, and the referee doesn't do anything.
Well, I guess because like in wrestling, the heel always has to be.
Just a retard.
The heel always has to be given,
But the heel's supposed to be a retard, but AJ Lee has like Arrested Development where she's like 58 years old but acting 12 still.
Oh, that's the thing I want to talk about is her theme song. So I never liked this theme song. I think it's shit. He thinks it's shit. But the theme songs for wrestlers nowadays are terrible because you cannot identify who's coming out based on the song. They have to, like, tell you in the beginning, like, it's Tiffy time or blah, blah, blah. Like, they have to tell you who's coming out because the music is just so ass that you're not going to know. So while AJ's theme is obviously terrible, the fact that you can identify it with her automatically makes it better. The theme songs now just suck in a different way than that song.
Everything you just said is true. The problem is you shouldn't be identifying that song with a 54-year-old woman.
I know, but you know who's coming out based on it, and it doesn't really fit because that was a Jim Johnson song, I believe.
No, that's actually some bitch who's like an actual singer. They licensed that song.
I thought that didn't he make the song though?
No, that's some actual artist.
Okay, well anyway, it's a pre 2015 WWE theme song, so it doesn't really fit with all their shit blender songs that they use now. Because you cannot tell who's coming out. You wonder why people don't get any reaction. It's probably because people don't know who's coming out based on the songs. The songs are god awful. Oh yeah, so speaking of no reaction, well, we got to talk about Balor versus CM Punk first before.
Okay, well, this falls into that too.
Okay, so Balor versus CM Punk for the heavyweight title.
Heavyweight title. That's funny.
Yeah, two guys who are not anywhere close to being heavyweight.
Two guys who I literally weigh more than.
Anyway, who the fuck thought Finn Balor was gonna win this match?
Can we go just. They did this 55-minute long entrance for CW Punk that you made me watch. And it's he's coming through the back and he's standing there like a fighter. And I'm just thinking this is supposed to be a wrestling show and it's just some guy walking. This doesn't feel like a fight. Compare that to a Goldberg entrance where he's walking through the back. It's oh my god, this guy's gonna rip his own fucking head off, let alone the guy's gonna. And then it's CM Punk standing there. He's gray. He looks like he has arthritis, and it looks like he's standing there in the back, not because he's pumped up for a fight, but because he's I gotta go out there. It's like Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler. He's afraid he's gonna have a fucking old man heart attack. It's embarrassing.
So I mean, I'm kind of excited to see CM Punk and Roman Reigns feud if Reigns will actually show.
Sorry, what?
I actually want to see them feud. I'm excited for it.
Why?
I think it's going to be good. I thought that the segment that they had on Raw was 2 weeks ago was pretty good.
What did they do?
They just they did a promo together and it was good.
What's the storyline?
Well, he brought up the podcast, the Colt Cabana podcast when Punk left.
So shouldn't he be hey Punk, thanks for making me look strong. I owe you.
No, he shat on him. Okay. But I don't know, I'm excited to see them feud if Reigns is actually going to show up, which he really doesn't. So I don't know how much. I mean, you have 7 weeks till WrestleMania, so we'll see.
You'll probably see him twice more.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, who thought Finn Balor was going to win this match? Did anybody think that?
Why was he just wearing sneakers?
I guess that's what he does. He never really wrestles. Every time I see him, he's never really wrestling. He's just backstage in the clubhouse. So I don't know, but
at least he's not fucking wrestling with this onion ball bag hanging out anymore.
And then do you want to talk about the sharpshooter that CM Punk put on him?
Yeah, CM Punk put him in a sharpshooter and it looked like fucking ass.
Yeah, it looked terrible.
All this guy does is jerk off Bret Hart, and I'm sure Bret was really pissed off to see his move get butchered like that. Although Bret's pissed off about everything.
You told me to write down orange shirt 18. What is that?
Yeah, so at the end of the match, this is how you know that nobody who's normal watches wrestling at all anymore, and that everybody who's just a regular person stopped, and the only people who were left are just dumb freaks. At the end of the match, there was this gay moment where I don't know what the storyline is. I don't know who the heel or the babyface is. I don't know why anyone would care. But there was this moment where Fergal offers his hand in ROH ethics.
But I thought he's supposed to be a heel.
I don't know. But they shake hands. And as they're doing that, you could see there's this asshole in the crowd who looks like an absolute fucking weirdo freak wearing an orange shirt with an 18 on it, like a number 18. It was like a jersey. And as they're about to shake hands, you could see him yeah. Like he's anticipating a handshake.
He's gonna blow his load as soon as he sees it.
That's the wrestling audience. It's some fucking dumb asshole in an orange jersey, freaking out because two middle-aged men with no physique are about to handshake.
He was edging the whole night, and that was the time he was actually gonna explode.
That's it. He's gonna burst.
So then AJ comes out and she celebrates with Punk, and we have to hear from Michael Cole that they're the new power couple.
Yeah, they're the new Chicago power couple.
But number one, they're both 48 years old. They've been married for over a decade, and AJ Lee is not from Chicago. Does anybody not remember that? They used to bill her as being from New Jersey, but now all of a sudden she's from Chicago.
A fucking middle-aged couple that we're all tired of seeing and have been tired of seeing for a decade, where 50% of the couple's not from Chicago, are the new Chicago power couple. And what's another Chicago power couple?
I don't know.
Al Capone and syphilis?
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about the CM Punk selfie, that post-match selfie that he took.
It's just an embarrassing middle-aged man.
He took a naked selfie in a gym mirror with the AJ's title belt and then his title belt over his crotch.
Can we just examine, CM Punk thinks he's the best in the world and he's entitled to all this shit. And in the era where he is world champion going into WrestleMania to finally have his faggot-ass main event that he's always wanted, the wrestling world is in complete shambles. Nobody's watching the show.
They can't sell tickets to WrestleMania.
They literally can't sell out. It's like, this is your era. See, this is what you wanted with your bitch-ass pipe bomb. This is the wrestling era that you got, CM Punk. A middle-aged man. Oh, my God.
It's like, are you happy? Are you happy now, CM Punk?
And he's just running around naked in the back like Enzo.
All right, so we'll move on from that. All right.
Please.
So let's talk about the exciting debut of what was in the box. So they've been hyping up this stupid crate for like weeks now.
It's a slam crate.
That
Heel
says,
Steven should have come out of the fucking box.
Do not open to Elimination Chamber. So they've been hyping up the...
By the way, I feel really bad about making fun of Heel Steven. I didn't know that.
Heel Steven, if there's like a 1% chance that you're watching this, he's sorry, okay?
Just know I feel bad for trashing you for literally no reason, but it was pretty funny, and your videos are terrible.
All right, so they finally revealed what was in this box. Now, what did you think was going to be the box before we start by telling you what was actually in the box?
Just my only contact with wrestling is just listening to Vince Russo. So he talked about how there was a mystery crate there. I thought it was just going to be an NXT guy.
I thought it was going to be like something related to like the new game or like some kind of like WrestleMania like set piece thing. But what was it actually? Why don't you tell the people what it actually was?
It was some kind of anime clown with a bunch of horribly unattractive women doing a Thriller dance.
So yeah, it was the exciting debut of Danhausen.
Danhausen. You know what's fucking retarded about this? And this really pissed me the fuck off watching this clip. So we always go back to this in our old videos. When Goldberg showed up on Raw, Jim Ross acted legitimately excited, and he didn't over-explain. He didn't say nothing. He was like, oh my God, it's Goldberg. He's here. Goldberg on Raw. I was like, this feels big. And then fucking gay-ass Michael Cole, anytime somebody shows up who we're already intimately familiar with, instead of just acting excited that they're here, he's got to read us their fucking Wikipedia. Oh my God, it's the Dudley Boys, the former WWE Tag Team Champions, ACW Legends. Get the tables, John. But then when this fucking dumb fucking anime mime comes out that nobody the fuck has ever heard of, he doesn't say anything. He goes,
yeah, the commentary didn't sell it
at
all.
He literally doesn't say anything, and then he hands him like, what does he hand him? Like a jar of pickles or something? Something unfunny. And he goes, yeah, I think Danhausen just handed me a jar. Like, who is this?
It's a jar of his own cum.
What is going on? Yeah, he hands him poop and cum.
Okay, so yeah, the commentary didn't sell this at all.
And by the way, the commentary just overall, again, we didn't watch this show at all. I just saw the highlights that she forced me at gunpoint to see. This commentary is fucking awful. It's Michael Cole who's just turned into Renee Young, where all he goes is, whoa! Oh! Whoa! And then Wade Barrett. And like, I understand Wade Barrett's trying to play a character. I get that. But for fuck's sake, if you're going to be on commentary, you can't have a horrible voice that nobody wants to listen to. For 3.5 hours, you have to listen to...
And then there's Corey Graves, who also does the commentary. And
well, he's literally nothing. You could just have like a fucking slab of wood there and it would be the same thing. But if you're supposed to be a broadcaster, there used to be a thing called a broadcast voice. You have to have a voice that's not absolutely fucking grating on your ears to listen to. Listen to John Sterling if you want to hear a good broadcast voice. You know what? In wrestling, if you want to hear like peak broadcast voice, Vince McMahon had it when he did commentary. Mean Gene Okerlund absolutely had a broadcast voice. Wade Barrett going, I don't want to listen to this.
The commentators, if they're not that, it's just like guys that no one cares about.
Oh, it's Corey Graves. You got to get his heart rate down. I wish Corey Graves' heart rate would go down to fucking 0.
And I understand, like, obviously no one was really excited for this because he got no reaction. But, like, this is something that they were hyping up for, like, weeks as being, like, the big reveal. And, like, the commentary just doesn't sell it at all. They don't tell you who this guy is.
Nah, it's Danhausen.
I mean, what percentage of WWE's audience actually watches AEW?
What percentage of anybody watches AEW? They get, like, 16 viewers in a week.
So anyway, he comes out with a bunch of fat girls out of a coffin. It was really... That's what it was. I'm being honest. And they don't tell you who this guy is. The crowd didn't care at all. He's probably just going to be in segments with R-Truth.
Him and Tizow.
Not be on TV
like,
consistently.
If you're going to have just a boring fuck who wears face paint and is like vaguely spooky, why not just bring the Boogeyman back? At least the Boogeyman looks like he could whoop someone's ass.
Boogeyman's like 72 years old now.
He could probably still whoop someone's ass.
All right, so you want to talk about the men's Elimination Chamber match?
No, not really.
All right, so this match it was Orton, Logan Paul, LA Knight, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Cody.
All right, so it was a 65-year-old fucking dishonorably discharged, complete fucking asshole, terrible wrestler, one of the worst of all time.
That's Orton, by the way, that he's talking about, if you didn't know.
I explained exactly who it was. Everybody will understand that.
All right, so let's talk about Cody.
It was a YouTuber, a guy who's doing an impression of a professional wrestler, two completely interchangeable fucking black guys who might as well be the same person, and literally the gayest wrestler ever. And it's really sad that the YouTuber looks like he could beat up everybody in the ring.
So, let's talk about the actual match. So,
I didn't see the match.
Well, we saw the highlights of it. LA Knight had a horrible botch. You saw.
Every time somebody's, LA Knight, they're holding him back, he's the future. And then you watch him and he's like, this guy's just doing a bad impression of a professional wrestler.
And I don't mind him. I like him, but he's not young. He's like in his 40s.
Do you know what I mean, though?
And I think he's injured now, so that's the end of that.
But do you know what I mean about him just being a guy who's doing an impression?
Like a Rock impression?
Not even The Rock, just like generic wrestler guys. Oh, I have a vague personality. I'm in vaguely good shape for a wrestler. It's like, okay, what's the buy-in though?
I mean, I do like. I think he's a good talker. Same thing with Trick Williams. Trick Williams is also a pretty good talker, but like, they're not going to do anything with these guys, so it doesn't really matter.
That's true. That's the case with literally everybody on the show.
So Orton won, so I guess he's going to fight McIntyre at WrestleMania. But once again, like, it's kind of the same thing with the women's one, where it's like McIntyre felt really irrelevant to the CM Punk.
How long has McIntyre been
segment.
dyeing his hair jet black? I thought it was fucking Rhea Ripley when he came out. And for Christ's sake, when the last thing I saw of Drew McIntyre, he would come out in like a kilt with a sword. Now he's just wearing a jobber vest and jeans. Like, he could just be anybody.
He's like a TNA guy.
Yeah.
TNA, all the wrestlers are always just guys with vests and jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Leather vests and jeans. Oh, it's Eddie McRockovich, and he's here. Like, you know what I mean?
Here to make an impact.
All right, so yeah, I guess they're gonna have a Orton McIntyre feud.
Oh, I can't wait
for WrestleMania, which I'm sure will be fine. But like, once again,
will it be fine? There's no storyline.
Okay, but
There's no heat.
Can I address something?
All right, jeez.
So a couple weeks ago, they had the Punk Reigns segment, and they literally just like buried McIntyre in the segment. So like now it's like, okay, Orton was forced to fight. Probably didn't even want to fight this guy. He's like the irrelevant like second choice champion. You know.
I don't know.
But I'm sure it'll be a good enough, entertaining enough match. I don't know.
No, it won't.
Anything else you want to talk about? Oh, the Masked Man. We gotta talk about the Masked Man. So, I'm confused by this. He's confused by this. Someone can help us.
I can't understand.
Please let us know. Last week on SmackDown, I thought the Masked Man was revealed. It was some jobber with blue hair.
Is it not SmackDown Live anymore?
No, it's not SmackDown Live anymore. It was some jobber with blue hair that literally no one has ever heard of this guy. Like, it's not even like an indie guy who you might have kind of heard of. No, it's literally, it was just some guy. It was like a hometown hero.
Gunnar Scott there, John.
But then the Masked Man comes out tonight, and it was Rollins, and he attacked Logan Paul, even though they were in a stable together.
Don't ask me. Seems like retarded nonsense. Can you imagine being excited for Seth Rollins coming back?
I'm sure some people are.
Yeah.
But you don't think he's got his fans?
No. Not anybody normal. Only guys like that orange jersey wearing retard who's calming himself because two gay men are about to handshake.
All right. So that was Elimination Chamber. Do you want to talk about the ads in the ring? Because I have a note about the ads in the ring.
Just that there were about 65,000 of them, when last time I saw the show there were exactly 0.
Yeah, it actually makes me sick to my stomach looking at that.
That's why we said when Vince left, it's over.
So, anything else you want to say? Any other closing notes that you want to?
If I never saw 1 second of wrestling again in my life, I'd be really happy about that.
So, what do you rate this show based on what you saw?
0.
0?
Just the fact that there's 2 women's matches that went over 2 minutes is automatic 0.
That's the thing, by the way. A whopping 4 matches on a pay-per-view.
That's why CM Punk's entrance had to last 700 minutes, because they had to fill up time.
That's the thing that I don't like about the way it's made these days, especially on Raw, is like, it's not uncommon at all for there to be maybe 3 or 4 matches, and then that'll be it.
Well, that's the genius of the fucking Bruce Pritchard, Triple H, Michael Hayes, fucking Paul Heyman writing team.
The Triple H, by the way, and it's not even like the rest of the show is filled with like segments or anything that's actually entertaining. It's just ads on top of ads.
Triple H should have been in the box.
He sucks as a booker, by the way. That might get its own video, but Anyway, that was Elimination Chamber 2026, and I gotta say, it was a thumbs down from me.
Trash.
All right, anything else you want to say before we go?
No.
Do you want to do fuck Cody Rhodes?
Fuck Cody Rhodes.
Fuck Cody Rhodes.
Even though you pretend to like him.
Anyway, goodbye. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Elimination Chamber. Thank you. I love you all. Have a great Sunday.